All right. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Thursday morning trade findings and adjustments for May the 9th. Volume seems quite low. Let's see if I can't get the volume up. My volume's up as high as it can go. So if the volume is low, take a look at your own computer and let's see about getting volume up right there. Check your own computer for some volume. All right, really quickly, let's talk here. We're going to do some common sense. So, common sense wise, is today a day to place the trade? Is today the day you want to go place a trade? Abraham says yes. Abraham is a contrarian. Abraham, what trade would you place? Rich says no. Abraham says full speed ahead. I'm going to go ahead and say today is not the day to place a new trade unless you understand it is 100% speculative. Good spelling there, huh? On the flip side, you could be a contrarian. So a contrarian trader would tell you today is the day to place a trade, even though you may suffer some short-term losses because it is going to turn quickly, which is correct. It's funny here. Let's see. BRZU, a January 21st, 2530 diagonal. So that's a bull call, a leap bull call. That's how I'm doing. I'm down to 12,581. Kind of been crushed a couple days in a row. That is what you should expect if you're going to be a spread trader and you have a turn in direction. BRZU. I am not familiar, but we do have a support level. We are, well, that's not really much of a support level. Dexter's ETF Trust, Daily Brazilian Bull 3 times. So this is one that really moves. Abraham, you have a much higher risk tolerance level than most of us. Really, the upside is 40 on it. The downside is only 2250. Risk to reward, that's amazing, but something that moves 3 times the inverse, ooh, you really can't use technical analysis on something that's 3 times the inverse relation. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense. In fact, anything that's 2 or 3 times or an inverse relation, you'll see that on the 3 times the shares. When you see some of these indexes, ETFs that move like this is obviously something that I hope people understand. Technical analysis, for all intents and purposes, means nothing. You cannot use technical analysis on a consistent basis for judging an inverse that's 2 or 3 times, because it moves 2 or 3 times as fast. It makes it exponential, which is why you saw no support level held right there. I mean, it fell right through the next day. And you should have seen a support level held right there too. And obviously it fell right through that as well. Um, Interesting. It is long term. In fact, if you look at where most of my portfolio is at, because I'm not too worried, I do have some long term, but I was going to point a couple quick things out. I had a profit on Facebook. It wasn't a lot of profit. It was maybe $1. And I wanted to get out of Facebook closer at a couple dollars with it trading closer to $1.99. I'm now upside down in my trade by 62 cents. Simple comment. And I guess today all we're going to do is go over the mentality, right? Should I have exited Facebook on Tuesday or even last week when I had some profit? What do you think? Yes, no? Should I have, considering today that it's down? Fast Facebook has cost me $3-ish on 500 shares, 5 contracts, so it's like $1,500. There's $1,500 of my loss right there. What are your thoughts? Should I have gotten out on Facebook? It's an interesting question, isn't it? It's a very interesting question. The answer is once again related to individual risk tolerance. Today, if someone told me you should have gotten out, would they be wrong? Would they be wrong saying I should have gotten out at least of a contract or two at $3 higher than it's at right now? What do you think? Would they be wrong? Of course not. There you go. No, of course not. On a dollar per dollar, and today I should have gotten out almost $3 higher at $19.60, and I could have bought back in today. That's one that you just tell yourself, you know what, you missed it. You missed it, you missed it, you missed it. That's okay. On the flip side, am I worried that Facebook's going to be broken up like you hear on CNBC and that their fine's going to be something that'll drag it down lower? I'm not, and they're proving they can be profitable in a very unnerving market. So because I still have time, I just need to wait some of this out. I might be able to look and tell you in a week, see, I should have stayed in. So it's funny because we make these judgments on a day-to-day basis, right? We make these judgments on a day-to-day basis, but how do we judge our portfolio? How do we judge our portfolio? Really, everyone asks me, well, what are your yearly gains? What are your returns, your yearly returns? Can you guys now see how the oxymoron is more moron than oxy? How moronic it is that we sometimes worry about these day-to-day movements? It's worrisome. Let me go ahead and tell you the trade that I told people I didn't want to be in. The trade I didn't want to be in was Micron, right? So I am going to focus on Micron. I'm down $1,552. Put on a little bit differently. We went from 42 to $40 puts. We do have our covered call that for all intents and purposes I should take off today at 5 cents to uncap us to the upside. And just doing a little bit of work on this one. If I take the $1,552 divided by 400, net we're down $3.88 on a stock that's lost roughly $6, almost $7. So we're upside down. I'm going to apologize because it's all because Micron hates me. Micron hates me. I'll be honest with you. Micron just hates me. We did a good job making up 57 cents. We'll make up another 80 cents in our long puts, but we're off. We're going to be off on Micron, and Micron has its earnings coming up middle of June. So Micron will be a middle of June earnings call that we're in the stock ownership, and it's not like Micron really can't trade all the way back up to 55, to be honest with you. There is quite a lot of upside potential on Micron. But the movement for its next earnings date are June 18th. Yesterday, I almost put a long put on, but it was so close to 40, I decided to wait. Today, I'm going to have to put a long put on because Micron actually broke all the way down to below 39. And that's important as you look at a chart. It's important as you look at a chart because it broke through its 50 and its 200 day, and historically, Micron has a really hard time of getting back above it. So its moving averages are strong support and are also strong resistance. Well, Kevin, you're close to being oversold. You know, I might wait a day. But Kevin, you are way oversold on institutional money coming in, which is true. Which means I need to take a look at putting protection on today or putting protection on closer to $41. Since at 41.40 is 41.41 is the 200 day and at 41.27 is the 50 day. At $41, it would be smart for me to go ahead and put protection back on. The premise for the trade was that the 200 day and the 50 day would hold. The numbers looked amazing, but unfortunately, Micron hates me, and we only held Micron like 1 day, 2 days, and then the bottom fell out. So let me put it this way, and all I'm trying to say today is if you do place a trade, you're 100% speculative. I do think things are going to work out better, but I think we might have a much deeper dive tomorrow. I really do. I think this will be by a buying opportunity, but it's not a buying opportunity today. Not only that, I do think that when you have some longer term understanding and a game plan for your adjustments, as long as you can pull the trigger, you're going to be fine. You just have to widen out your time horizon. And the more you widen out your time horizon, the better you're going to be in your trades. Guys, there are going to be some days for trade findings and adjustments that the honest answer is the probabilities are against you. So you're preparing yourself for your next trade, which may occur a week or two from now. Having the mentality to sit through some down days or to understand what those down days are going to require of you can also be helpful for you. Deciding where to take some gains. People could tell me, hey, Kevin, Bank of America, you've got some calls. You've got 100% return. Why are you not taking those gains off the table? And maybe I should. But usually when people tell me that, they haven't looked at a chart and don't know how violently Bank of America moves between August and December. Where, yes, I've got 100% return right now, but I'm looking at like a 300 or 400% return. And that's not out of the question. Guys, have a wonderful day. I do appreciate you being here. I am hopeful that this is helpful for you to see how people that are trading real money are looking at their money and what they're attempting to accomplish. Are there any questions? Thanks, Kevin. Abraham, you're amazing. Always glad to have you in our stuff. Guys, have a wonderful day. It's a short one today. I'm curious to see what happens tonight. And because of all that uncertainty, I don't see a really good opportunity. If I was going to place a spread trade without going farther out in time, possibly dollar cost averaging, but I do think we'll have a better opportunity to do all of that tomorrow. Guys, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you next Monday evening. Have a good day.